6 over 60, a show about living a great life at a great age. This show is made possible because of Arvig, Elevate OTC, Essentia Health, Humana, UCare, and Pam Health Rehabilitation Hospital of Fargo.
Hi there, welcome to 6 over 60. I'm here with Van today, a biker. So I'm excited to hear, this is the Heart of the Lakes Trail. We're outside of Vergas. And tell me, well, first of all, how many total miles have you biked?
I mean, from the beginning? Somewhere around 88,000 miles since 1990.
88,000 miles since 1990.
Yes.
And so tell me about your biking, how you got started.
I got started on the recommendation of an orthopedic surgeon because I was having issues with my knees, and he said, Van, why don't you try biking? And I did, and it was very successful. I went 16 years before my last surgery I had, and that was a total knee replacement, and I was able to be back on the road riding in 30 days on the highway, and it's just kind of taken off from there, and so that's how it all started, and I've continued to bike.
So you said you started with a 30-day challenge?
Okay, in March of 2020, there was a 30-day challenge, and I believe it was a Bicycle Alliance of Minnesota, to see if you could ride for 30 days in a row. And so I took the 30-day challenge starting on March 15th of 2020, and I have ridden every day outside since then. And today was my 1,288th day in a row outside. 1,288
days. And a criteria, you said you have to go minimum, rain, shine, snow,
I ride
sleet?
Snow, sleet, everything. And in the wintertime, when it's icy and that, I would want to ride at least a mile outside on the snow and the ice, and then after that I go down to Rehab Plus in Pelican Rapids and ride the other 8 or 9 miles. So I get 10 to 12 miles a day. And so I've actually, right now I'm at 9,877 miles since March 15th of 2020.
Wow. And what kind of bike do you use? So
I have a Trek Dual Sport 2. It's a 24-speed bike. I've had it now, I believe it's 2.5 years.
Nice.
3 years, I think it's 3 years, and I have around 9,000 miles on it.
9,000 miles.
Yes.
So I like safety. For any of you getting out there with biking,
Yes.
tell me some safety. You're full of
Yes, and I also have a headlight that flashes, and I have a tail light that flashes. And it's since the Heart of Lakes Trail has been completed from Pelican Rapids out to the west border of Maplewood State Park, it's been much less stressful for me compared to riding on the Highway 59, even with an 8-foot shoulder. It has been challenging at times. Where now when I'm riding the trail, I just have to watch when I come up the intersections and make sure that there's no one coming, and if they are, I stop and let them go. And the interesting thing is, like if I ride 6 miles from our house and 6 miles out on the trail and coming back, one day I thought I would count, and there was 18 hills that I went up. And then I got to get a free ride down, and then turn around, I had 18 to go back. so on a 12-mile ride, I only have 36 hills that I would ride on the trail.
36 hills. And you said that your wife will pick you up and will stop at the different towns?
Yeah, it's when I ride, if I ride a state trail like Heart of Lakes Trail, from Park Rapids to Walker, she'll drop me off in Park Rapids, and she'll meet me in Dorset, but she has some time to wander around Dorset and then each town, and then we get to Walker, and she usually beats me there, so she gets to walk around there and do a little bit of shopping, and so she does ride some, but she's been very gracious to let me be able to do this, the experience I've had.
And now tell me real quick before we have to go, you have visited state parks, all the trails, the bike trails in Minnesota, outside of the cities?
Yes, When we retired in 2006, we decided one of our challenges was to visit every state park in the state of Minnesota, and we visited all 73 state parks.
Woo!
And during that time, I had my bike with me, and any time there was a trail in a state park, Ruth would let me ride that. And then we've also visited all 23 scenic byways in the state of Minnesota, and they've been very, very interesting as the state parks journey was, and I always had my bike along. So yeah, and I've ridden outside of the metro area, I've basically ridden every state trail in the state of Minnesota.
So this show is about being a great age, living a great life. So what do you love about being outside and biking? What does that do for you?
What does it do for me? It's, I guess you could say sometimes it's a challenge, especially in this area with these trails, but also I enjoy nature. I do some meditating. Sometimes it's just good therapy for me to take, and I just sometimes sort things out, and if I'm struggling with something, a lot of times I can work it all out when I'm riding, and I come home, I'm refreshed. I don't have the baggage I started with when I started riding in the beginning. So it's been all in all, it's been very good, but I enjoy being outside, especially this time of the year. I enjoy all the scenery, and the wildlife, what I've seen, the experiences I've had when I was riding over at Lake Bemidji State Park several years ago, and I looked up the trail and I thought, boy, that's an awful large black lab. But it wasn't a black lab, it was a black bear.
Ooh.
And he walked across the trail, and he was like, by that time, just by the road there, about 15 feet away from me, and he just sat there and watched me ride by.
Ride by.
And I've had deer, I've had geese chase me, I've had wild turkeys chase me.
Oh, man.
So it's always exciting to see what I'm going to see. And this summer, I also had an experience where I saw an albino squirrel on the trail, but
wow.
I was not able to get my phone out to take a picture. I think that's the second one I've seen since 1990.
Wow, maybe that's good luck.
I hope so, yes.
Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for staying active, and thanks for joining us on 6 over 60. Staying active, being outside, biking. Enjoy your life at any age. See you next time.